Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daitooka and I'm back with another Season 4 Changes and Impressions video. Today we're going to be doing Devil Jin. I wanted to keep the Mishima theme going from my last video, which was Kazuya. So again, I'm just going to be going through the changes that Devil Jin has seen in Season 4, as well as my opinions and impressions on how they affect his gameplay overall. The one thing I will be doing differently from now on with my videos is actually trying to include some gameplay videos to kind of explain and also just demonstrate how the changes apply in real matches. Okay, so the first change that Devil Jin has seen for Season 4 is actually a buff. So there's been a change to Devil Jin's 3+4 3, so that is essentially fly stance and 3. So the move itself is a mid. I believe on block, regular standing, I believe it's unsafe. Yeah, it's minus 15. But the change that has been made for Season 4 is actually changing how the opponent is actually hit, like their behavior on hit when they're actually down on the ground. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll set Asuka to stay down once she's launched. So now if you hit your opponent, you get a free back 4 follow-up. So if they happen to be downed, you can use this and you have, options for different kinds of follow-ups. So what I'll do, I'll try and show you how this works. So let's do this. Okay, we'll pause there. We'll just set her to try and tech roll. You cannot tech roll out of this, and we'll try holding back. So we'll set it to back roll. Can't get out of that one either. The next buff is actually a damage buff to Devil Jin's down. So it's a down forward 3-2-4. So it's this string here. This string is, yeah, I never use this move, mainly because of how unsafe it is. The first 2 hits, they don't even leave you plus on hits, and it's minus 13 by itself. Of course, you do have the third hit, but again, without committing to the fly stance, it's minus 33. And if you do commit to the fly stance, it's, of course, you can be floated out of that one. So I really don't see, the point of this move, but they've essentially gone ahead and actually, upped the damage of it. So now it used to be 10, 8, and 16 for each of the hits. So this used to be 10, this used to be, the second part used to be 8, and the third part, at least on hit, would have been 16 damage. Now, I'll just set her to standing regardless. So you can see here, all up, this results in 42 damage on all hits hitting consecutively and successfully. But where this actually coincides with the last change is its use in a wall carry combo. So essentially, after a certain number of hits and at a certain distance at the wall, you can actually use this move to set up for the fly 3, where you get a guaranteed fly 3, of course, because it's part of the wall combo, and then you are left to actually use back 4 while the opponent's still down. So I'll demonstrate that for you now. That's completely guaranteed. So she was set to back quick roll. I'll just try and show it again with the tech roll setup. So again, completely guaranteed. That was just off of a double electric combo, and it resulted in 96 damage altogether. So that's how those two changes actually really complement each other. Again, I don't really see any real practical application in higher level play for this particular string and these changes. And I reckon probably someone else has got the mind game figured out here, but yeah, I personally won't really be using this move. Again, a buff is a buff though, so we'll take it. Alright, so in Season 4, Devil Jin has also seen a buff to his axe kicks. So much like Kazuya, Devil Jin can access axe kicks in standing as well as while standing status. So standing is of course down forward 4-4, and for while standing status, of course, just while standing 4-4. I think this is a really good buff. I feel like any move just given an increased range itself is probably one of the best buffs you can really, receive in modern day Tekken. A quick 13 frame punish as well as 11 frame standing punish. Giving that increased range is just, Gonna give Devil Jin an easier time maybe punishing -13 moves with a little bit of pushback, as well as some lows that can be tricky to punish. Alright, already I can already tell a little bit of a difference with a while standing 4. I think that definitely has a it definitely has a bit more breadth to the hit. Honestly, I can't tell a massive difference, but there is definitely a little bit of a difference. Oh, that was definitely more range. The buffs keep on coming for this godlike character. They've actually decided to buff his down back too. So, before, you know, the move has always been +3 on hits. It's high crushing move, high evading move. It's, you know, didn't give any special properties on counter hit before. It just used to maintain the +3 status, and I can show you here it still is -13 on block. So characters like Kazuya, Josie could launch you for it. They've now decided to actually give it a counter hit knockdown. I don't think this move has ever been like this before. I don't think in any Tekken game that I can recall that this was a feature. Now you actually get a full guaranteed follow-up in back 4. It's insane. I think this is an insane buff. It's very easy to actually counter hit people using this move. Who, you know, might be spamming you know, some kind of highs or some high string. I believe you can actually get a laser guaranteed after this. I'll run up. Yeah, that's fully guaranteed. That is fully guaranteed. I actually can't believe that. Yeah, honestly, I don't know about this one. I really think this one was probably a bit overboard in terms of a buff. Just to get... Oh, man. That's insane. That is actually insane. But that is not even the worst part. And okay, this part... You guys have probably already seen this already through Twitter. But check this out. You just spam Rage Art. Fully guaranteed Rage Art off of a low. That... Oh, man. That is insane. 60 damage off of a low, like a high crushing low on counter hit. Oh man, insane. Also for this one, just in my testing, I kind of noticed that you can actually, at the wall, there's some other moves that work to pick up the character from. So doing a down back 2 on counter hit at the wall, you can actually get a while standing 4/4 out of this one. This might not be quite useful in terms of the regular just flat stage, but on somewhere like Forgotten Realm with breakable floors, you're pretty much getting a full launch out of this situation. Devil Jin's new move that was given to us in Season 3 back to 1 has also seen changes in both the first and second hit. For the first hit, they've actually increased the lower range, just meaning that it's more consistent for the max damage and the wall combo. I'll show you what I mean. There you go. So a combo like that probably was a bit less consistent, but now even with the current scaling that we have at the walls, it is a lot more consistent. The second hit now actually has a slight nerf in damage, so it used to be 23 damage, now it's 21. However, this nerf is actually dwarfed by the fact that they've actually gone ahead and delayed the frame startup of the second hit by 1 frame, just to make it more consistent at the wall for max damage. So now the wall combo that everyone hates getting hit by and having to eat has just got a lot more consistent. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Tekken Project must really love Devil Jin. Of course, the wall scaling has been changed, so now it's no longer 60% for the last hit. So you can see that it's 50% scaling instead of 60% as it was before. However, even with this change, he still has one of the best wall combos in the game. Again, insane stuff. I really can't believe they went ahead and actually made this more consistent. If they weren't already giving him special treatment before, they're definitely giving him special treatment now. So Devil Jin also has a new move in Season 4, so it's a new extension actually off of Back Forward 2, which is an iconic move used by Devil Jin players for tracking purposes, as well as just controlling, you know, neutral situations. I'm really surprised I actually gave him a new extension off of this, because it's actually, you know, such an old school string to use Back Forward 2. He's had it since, you know, Jin was first a character. But regardless, it's a high extension that is natural if the first hit hits. And I think it might actually be hit confirmable. Let me test this. That is hit confirmable. Just like Back Forward 2, 1, the 3 is now hit confirmable. Okay, you don't have a whole bunch of time, but you definitely have time to hit confirm that. That is a very decent level of hit confirm. That's crazy. Again, you know, Back Forward 2 is known for its incredible tracking, giving a Devil Jin a knockdown option off of the first hit, which itself is really good. It's an insane buff. There's potential here for, you know, big wall splat damage. Let's bring Asuka to the wall just to try and demonstrate that. So, say you catch your opponent ducking or you catch them stepping, you have a lot of time to hit confirm and, you know, get yourself 64 damage. There's probably a better combo than this, but yeah, insane. Even with the more basic combo, you're still gonna get 64 damage there. Yeah, now this move has got an insane time frame to hit confirm. Look at that. Look at that hit confirm. That's awesome. That's an awesome hit confirm time. Very, very, very powerful, but it's awesome. So one of the few small changes for Devil Jin in Season 4 is the decrease in distance between Devil Jin and the opponent with while standing 1. So while standing 1 has seen a decrease of distance on hits, so that just means perhaps before, I don't think it's ever happened to me, but perhaps before the second part of the string here would actually whiff sometimes at certain ranges, but now that's pretty much never going to happen again. Hitting Asuka at tip range, you know, I don't see that whiffing ever again. So that's a pretty decent buff to the string, but I don't think it's a massive change. I think this was just meant to work like this from the beginning, but again, not too much of a change there. For Season 4, Devil Jin's Hell Sweep has also changed quite a lot. So first off, the full string no longer has a knockdown. So before, CD44 would have the knockdown, which would have your opponent face down, and was also useful for actually launching on floor break stages. But now the opponent's left similar to how they were in Tekken Tag 2. So in Tekken Tag 2, the full string would actually give you just frame advantage. So as you can see there, I'm left at +4. So the opponent can't really do anything there. You've got, you know, a very good down forward 1 there. I think, you know, it's a kind of a nerf, but also a buff in certain ways for people that prefer frame advantage gameplay. You know, as opposed to just a straight up knockdown for Oki. You know, this might suit you, but I kind of prefer the knockdown before, if I'm quite honest. If you still want to trip your opponent, so if you still want to actually launch with Hell Sweep, you can still do so just by performing the first hit of Hell Sweep only. So none of that has changed, but they've actually also gone ahead and realized that I've just realized they actually nerfed the second hit. So now it's been dropped 2 damage points. It used to be 30 damage for the last hit, now it is only 28. Again, I just feel like a knockdown with the floor break potential, as well as the Oki situation that we had before was a lot better, I think, It's a bit of a nerf, but also it kind of brings Devil Jin's Hell Sweep a bit closer to the ground where the rest of the characters are in the game in terms of balancing. Also, the fact is that in the second hit, they've also decreased the distance between Devil Jin and the opponent when the move hits. So this means that if you successfully perform this, you're going to be right in your opponent's face. So they can't go anywhere. They're going to be, I'm pretty sure they're in crouching status there. So you're going to have pretty much full control of the situation. Yeah, no, I think this Hell Sweep change is definitely a nerf. The more I play Devil Jin using like the full Hell Sweep when I want to go for knockdown instead of like a full combo, it's definitely a bit of a nerf. I thought it wouldn't be as much of a nerf, but it actually is. It's actually pretty substantial. Beforehand, Devil Jin's throws, I think other than his giant swing, which is that big laser throw, could be buffered. I believe it could be buffered, but now his complicated wire, which is his QCP 1+3, has now also been buffed to do the same. So now it can be buffered. Yeah, you can do that. There's a whole bunch of plus frame situations that you could probably do this off now. But I don't think it was a change that was really needed. Overall, I think this is just going to make Devil Jin's throw game already a lot scarier than it was. It's kind of resembling like the wrestling grapple characters. You got a complete throw game here, in very good throw game. And now his one throw is actually completely bufferable now. So giving that buffering ability is just really strong. It's a really strong change there. Again, I feel like in this season they've kind of taken every single part of him and just made it better. That's the simplest part I can put it. I don't think there's any part of Devil Jin that's actually seen any real nerfs here. The next part now is a bit of a controversial change. So a very large amount of Devil Jin players complained about the up forward 4 change in the last season. So previously, back in Season 1, Season 1 and onwards to a certain point, up forward 4 was would allow you to get a guaranteed back 4 on hit. They actually removed this, I believe, in Season 3, and now that they've brought it back, mostly. So I noticed in matches, it is quite consistent. I think sometimes the range is a bit tricky to get it, but this is pretty much back. You either get, see that one, how she was pushed really far away. Sometimes they're too far away for you to get the proper back 4, but if you're close enough, you can actually get the one that flips them over, which is the best one in terms of Oki. Personally, I thought changing this previously, making this back 4 follow-up not guaranteed before, actually kind of helped Devil Jin be balanced a bit in terms of his mids. He already has some very good mids here. He has, the Laser Scraper, he has forward 2, Demon Paw, he's got down forward 1, and now giving this back to him, amongst everything else that they've done here, is just crazy. I don't know how else to put it. I think with Kazuya, there was a lot of small changes, and I guess one move, that was a pretty big change in terms of his gameplay, but where Devil Jin was already strong before, they've just kind of made him better. Even with his Hell Sweep, they have changed the second hit not to be knockdown, but who did the knockdown anyway? Like, unless you're trying to go for a round ender or something, like, who did that? Unless you're at, of course, at Forgotten Realm, it did have utility before, but, the nerfs that he has seen, are far outweighed by the big buffs that he's received now. This is such an awesome thing to come back. In my opinion, Devil Jin is still the best Mishima overall. You know, Kazuya is very explosive, but Devil Jin can still be explosive, and he's also got a lot more control of the neutral with his generic tools that he has. And of course, his scary low and mid game. It's just insanely strong character, and I think Season 4 has only further complemented the fact that he's super strong. So I think that's pretty much all to the changes for Devil Jin in Season 4. I would like you to actually leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the changes for Devil Jin in Season 4. Do you reckon they were too much, or do you reckon they were justified? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. And also, don't forget to like the video and actually subscribe so you don't miss any more of my content. I do have a few more of these videos to upload as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. And yeah, I also hope you guys found the video useful too. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.